For the second straight week, Bellator and Showtime comes to you on a Friday night in April. Last week was 255. Patricio Pitbull beating Emmanuel Sanchez. Semifinals of the Featherweight World Grand Prix will now face AJ McKee in the final. Tonight, start of the light heavyweight Grand Prix. Former champ and current heavyweight title holder Ryan Bader takes on Lyoto Machida in the main event. All right, time to bring in the former HOST of the SOC, Brian Campbell. When paired with Luke Thomas, their powers combined is Morning Kombat. All right, we got Bader Machida 2 tonight. Almost 9 years in the making for a rematch, BC. What are your expectations for this one?
I expect a completely different fight than when these two met under the UFC banner a generation or two ago, in which Lyoto Machida, the former UFC light heavyweight champion, knocked out Bader. What has happened since then? Both have really aged, grown, evolved. And I think for Ryan Bader, he was a 2-division Bellator champion. Now he's your reigning heavyweight champion, coming back to the light heavyweight division for this tournament. He's much more of a complete fighter. He has really worked on his stand-up and boxing game. We saw that in recent years when he won the Bellator Heavyweight World Grand Prix and coming out there and developing that short left hook, which knocked out Fedor, knocked out King Mo. He's still a great wrestler and can dominate the fight. But for him to get back into this tournament and crawl into a spot where he hopes to get into the finals in a rematch against current champion Vadim Nemkov, he's got to get through a little bit of past history of his own in this rematch with Machida. At 42, Machida still got game. Maybe not the same level of explosive dangerousness of the past, but the key for Machida is he's going to have to slow this down and make it a chess match. He's still in great shape at age 42. He can still set traps and make it difficult for you. Yes, this will be a 5-round fight, which you have to love Bader's wrestling ability, but Machida is still very dangerous at controlling the terms of the fight and making you fight his pace on his terms. This is going to be a very interesting bout. Bader's certainly one of the tournament favorites, but it's no easy out to get past somebody who once knocked him out clean with one punch.
All right, you talk about Bader being one of the tournament favorites. He is a healthy favorite in this one, minus 300. You have to put $300 down to win 100 back. So we're still technically in March Madness, BC. We had Monday's college national champion on the men's side. So we're going to have you walk us through your light heavyweight Grand Prix tournament style, which includes this fight. So here we go. We got the quarterfinals. Tell me who advances to the semifinals.
Look, I love this matchup, but I love Bader's well-rounded game. He's at 37. He's got the confidence. I think he advances. Look at the dark horse matchup, though, that we have coming up April 16th. Another great wrestler in Corey Anderson against newcomer Davletzan Yagshimuradov. I think Anderson is streaking at the moment. He advances in his second Bellator fight. The other side of the bracket is where things are wild, crazy, and dangerous. Vadim Nemkov's got to go through Phil Davis a second time. Your reigning champion won a close split decision against Phil Davis. I like Davis as somewhat of a dark horse as well, but I think Nemkov's got too much. He's going to survive and advance. And it's really flip a coin time, Tommy, on this fantastic May 7th matchup. Anthony Rumble Johnson, Yoel Romero, both have big questions to answer from the standpoint of a big layoff for Johnson. Romero moving up in weight. But when you have the power that Rumble has, it's timeless. I think he figures out a way, whether it's through knockout force or whether through it's a weird, tense sort of long fight to also advance. You're looking at a stacked Final Four. My picks could be different than yours because this tournament is so stacked. But when it comes down to setting up a final matchup, you gotta like an upset at some point in here, and I think Corey Anderson is that sort of dark horse live dog. He's a great wrestler. These are 5-round fights, which certainly favors the guy in better shape, younger, all that stuff. Hungrier, excuse me. I like Anderson to advance past Bader, and then Vadim Nemkov is gonna have his toughest close-up matchup to date, where he's got to go in there with a super slugger in my bracket, but Nemkov is still figuring out how great he can be. 28, a protege of Fedor Emelianenko. I think he can take this fight to the ground and get past Rumble Johnson. And what we're looking at here in a potential finals matchup is two guys in the peak of their physical and mental primes, figuring out who can come away with the $1 million, the Bellator light heavyweight title, the World Grand Prix champion. I'm going to stay with the chalk here, Tommy, and go with what the odds makers have laid out. This is Vadim Nemkov's tournament to win. I think he holds ground, comes in with the title, and exits with it, even though as we see in this bracket, he's going to have to put through 3 world-class victories in about a 6-month span. We're going to find out what Vadim Nemkov is truly made of.
Ryan Bader on CBS Sports HQ with us yesterday said that this 205 division and tournament is stacked. Quick thought, though, on Nemkov. You have him winning this night, pound for pound, checking it right behind Patricio Pitbull for tops in Bellator. What are your thoughts here if he's able to pull this off and what it means for him?
But here's the deal. He's so well-rounded. He's tough as nails, a former Sambo champion in Russia, 28 years old, in his physical prime. I don't see any holes in his game, and I think his intangibles, his mental toughness, his strength, they're all there. His gas tank. I like him to run the gamut here.
All right, Brian Campbell giving us the lowdown tonight. Again, Bellator 256 on Showtime. BC, certainly appreciate it. As always, we'll be enjoying the fights tonight. He will, Luke Thomas will, and they are the guys from Morning Kombat. Make sure you download that podcast and give them a follow. They'll have instant reaction after all the fights later tonight.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.